Okay, so I just want to make a quick video. In a very recent upload, we covered how Genesis 1:21 talks about, and God created great whales. And when we look up this word whales in the Strongs, we see that it actually means, or it can mean, dinosaur. Okay, so in the video that I uploaded, I shared that this can mean dinosaurs, and not even necessarily dinosaurs that live in the water, but dinosaurs that walk on land. Okay, so when we read the English account of the creation, like just day 5, it really does seem that it would refer to animals who only come from the water. But I don't think that's the case, and I'm going to show you why. I think there's a deeper spiritual meaning behind the creation story. So, number one, the verse you see on your screen is referring to saltwater and freshwater animals, okay? So spiritually, saltwater is the devil's kingdom. You can't live off it, you can't drink it, okay? But it's the vast and mightiest and has dominion over the earth, as the Bible tells us the devil does, as we are all called to come out of darkness. But this verse is talking about fresh water also, okay? We are baptized in fresh living water. Jesus was baptized in water. We are called to be fish, all that kind of stuff. And as we are called to be fish in the Bible and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean that we live in water. We still roam the land. So there are spiritual implications for this, okay? So fish, I think, this water symbolism, I think, just means a birthing forth. Okay, so what does the numerology tell us? We're in Genesis, meaning God forms. Chapter 1, the oneness of God. Verse 21, okay? So we have 2 completions and the oneness of God. Now, 2 completions also mean a waiting period onto the 3rd completion, which is divine completion, like the Trinity, okay? So we could definitely see the 2 completions of referring to water animals and land animals. Spiritually speaking, we are still animals, and that is the oneness of God. And we continue reading in the Genesis narrative in the next verse, and it says, and there will be evening and morning. So if we're only talking about saltwater creatures and all that kind of stuff, or just the devil's creatures, there could be no evening, and there can only be an evening, but there can't be a morning. So we can see there is a duality here. Okay, so here we are in the Strongs. Okay, it describes this as dragon, a serpent, a sea monster, dragon or dinosaur, sea or river monster, okay, freshwater as well, a river monster. We come from fresh waters, okay, serpent, venomous, snake, etc. Okay, so this actually reveals the, what is this called? The Hebrew Chaldean lexicon reveals some pretty good information on here. Number one, it says the text might have been corrupted on this word. Gee, I wonder why, because it does reveal the truth about dinosaurs. Okay? Text have been corrupted either by the writer or by the copyists who were familiar with the plural. Okay, I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the Hebrew. I'm not to study out the Hebrew letters individually and see what that means. But right off the bat, from what they tell us, we could see the spiritual implications from which we were talking about. Their definition is a sea monster, a vast fish. That's what I'm talking about, okay? A vast fish. We are all fish, whether from the light, whether from the darkness, whether from fresh water, from salt water, from land, or from sea, whatever. A vast fish, okay? And this is day 5 of creation, meaning the spirit, the hay, okay? So, I don't know. Just wanted to share that this interpretation, or I did get this confirmed with the Holy Spirit. This account that we read of the creation, there is a spiritual implication. Okay, so this, I believe, is just the birthing forth of God's people. The next day, day 6, talks about the beast and those who walk on the land. So we have vegetation, which is on the actual earth, grass, leaves, trees, okay? And that represents more of our maturity as we learn in God. So as we learn more in God, we're able to walk on the land, spiritually speaking. So that's what I learned. I did double check my work, and this is my conclusion. So the interpretations are correct. Really amazing. This is where we see dinosaurs in the Bible, and we have Mark Twain's The Diaries of Adam and Eve. And if you know your theology, you know that stuff is real. It talks about stuff the world does not want us to know, and that Adam and Eve were riding on dinosaurs and all that kind of stuff. So what is the deal with full dinosaurs? Okay, I believe the dinosaurs that we see, like the plant-eating dinosaurs, or that would be kind and all that kind of stuff, or the dinosaurs we're talking about that were created on day 5 in Genesis 5. Now, your T-Rexes and these monstrous dinosaurs, like vicious dinosaurs that we see of, I think they were created during the days of Genesis 6, when the angels fell. And the book of Enoch says the giants mated with birds, with reptiles, and with fish. Golly gee, all the types of animals where dinosaurs come from. The book of Yasher says they also purposely mixed the DNA between species of animals and made species that didn't exist, like goat men and all this crazy kind of stuff. So we could see where the vicious dinosaurs that are popular to us today, that the world brings forth to us, were created. So there are kind of like two kind of branches to the dinosaur theology, or I think, which is the truth of dinosaurs. Okay, so just to recap, as I double checked my work, I did find that indeed Genesis 1:21 talks about dinosaurs, when God created dinosaurs, not just in the sea, but those that walk on the land as well. And there indeed is a more deeper spiritual implication of the creation count in Genesis. I recommend checking out the biblical references that I added in the video. They show some astounding things. I hope people could grasp this stuff. Thank you for tuning in. Allah bless you.